The pullbacks, it's okay for the first ones if you feel like you need to mobilize and move the spine as well a little bit. Yeah, it's okay. We're just waking that up. Good. But after you get some of that mobilization going through the spine, then I want you to drive your feet a little bit more. Lift your hips up off of your legs, and then just move the shoulders. Yeah. Good. Good. And one more. Hold them. Good. Now go into a little snow angel. Not big, just shoulder height. Inhale, stay there. Exhale, pull it back down, keeping connected to those shoulders and staying out of your legs. And release. And when I'm saying staying out of your legs, meaning I want you to stay lifted out of your legs, right? Pulling that pelvis up. Good. 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 That's it. Big inhale, expand, expand. Good. Good. And last one. Nice. Good. All right. Then we're just going to take palms, still facing toward each other, just now falling inward. And you're just going to reach back to one side. Come back to center. Inhale, exhale, reach to the other side. Come back to center. See if you can stay lifted out of your legs, right? Pelvis out of legs, spine out of pelvis. And notice the difference between when you're hunkered down in those legs and how easy it is to move versus when you lift up out of those legs. And I get quite a bit more range of motion out of my shoulders when I am actually lifting up. I hope you find the same thing. Now, if you're merely just back bending your way out, you're not going to feel it. You need to have that ground reactive forces, right? In order to lift out of the legs, the feet, the ankle to the feet have to be pressing downward. There we go. There we go. Yep, push the ground away. Good. And last one on each side. Good. Good. Coming back to center, take both hands, small press, palms down now, lift up into releve. Good. Find your heels. Now push the ground away and lift up out of your pelvis. There you go. Lower slowly and release. Good. So some of you will actually able to feel a stretch through your hips when you do that. Good. So up. Good. Lift. Push the ground away and lift up out of your pelvis. Pelvis off of the legs. Good. Lower slowly. Good. And down. Nice. Let's do two more. Inhale. Exhale up. Good. Inhale. Get a little longer. Exhale a little more. Push the ground and then lower. Good. And last one. Good. Inhale. Start the length. Exhale. Continue it. And then lower. Good. All right. Let's open into parallel. Are your feet okay today, Michelle? Oh, okay. I didn't. I still work. Okay. So then we're gonna have a seat. We're gonna press down on either side, pulling those abs in. Don't come up. Exhale, stay there. Can you put length between your tail and your head? Just stretch that tail. Good. That's it. Good. And then inhale and exhale back up. Good. Inhale, same thing again. Exhale, sit down. Good. Inhale and exhale, get longer. Pull that tail away from your back of your head. Good. And then all the way back up, slow. Nice, good. So then we're going to add a little press to the side. So I'm starting with my left, coming down, pressing back. Good. Push through your feet as you create length this time. Push through your feet, just staying here, right? We're doing the same thing, just adding that side arm. Good, and then come back up. Good. So what I want you to feel is that now we're trying to work on creating that trickle up, right? If the feet are pushing the ground away while you're creating length, you should be able to get more mobility out of your shoulder and a little less strain on your back. Let's keep going, same thing. Exhale, down, sweep. Ankle to the foot, pushing through the ground, spine getting longer. Good, that's it. Shoulder may be getting a little more motion. Good, and to the front and up and down we go. Good, inhale, start finding your feet. Exhale, reassert them. Good, and then up. Good. Anyone notice that when you find that feet down here in your press, it changes your rotation? So some of us side bend to rotate instead of just rotating. You might get a little more shoulder motion, but it should make it easier for you to ground yourself to center. Does that make sense? Being able to rotate on your center line? Okay, good, good. Yeah, Lisa, good. So, where am I going here? Sorry, I just got distracted by a spider right over my head. You stay up there. Then we're going to take a step forward. So left hand pressing back, left heel reaching forward. Now pull the whole hip away from this left reaching heel. Push it to the ground. It's going to take your weight. Shift your weight onto it. Keep lifting up out of that heel. Good. Rock back and come home. Good. Other side. Right foot. Steps. Right hand. Lift your hips up out of that leg, but push the heel away from the hips. Yep. You should hopefully notice that that action of you trying to lengthen your heel down naturally triggers the back ball of your foot. So if you're trying to push it down and you feel your knee or your hip, you're not pulling the bone away from the rest of the leg, right? The heel bone away from the rest of the leg. And the rest of you is not lifting up away from it. Good. I want you to keep on alternating. Take your time with it. Just see if you can get that sensation first of being able to reach the heel out from the back side of your leg while lifting up out of the hip. And seeing if it triggers that back ball of foot. You can see my heel comes right off the ground. It's pushing me onto that heel. So I get to reach deeper in. Yeah, there you go. Good. And then if you're feeling those two sensations of being both down through the ground and up toward the sky, then I want you to just add in a little more shoulder. Let that left one rotate even more. And the more you wobble, the more I want you to feel yourself get more upright, right? Fight the wobble with the ground and the sky. Yes, rotate. Yes, rotate. Yes, rotate. Yes, good question. Yes, I want shoulder and rotation. Can you see how far I'm rotated? Big stride.
Ooh, wobbly, wobbly.
Wobbly, wobbly. So don't just balance, reach, right? Reach. And then just make sure you're not on a balance beam. I think you caught yourself. I know. There we go. Yeah. There's a lot to unpack with this simple motion, but things when you're doing the replay that you can notice. First the heel strike. Do you land and then come up, right? Second, heel strike. Can you stay up as it hits? And does the act of staying upright encourage the back heel to raise and ball of foot to press? I hope it does, because if we're walking like Egyptian paintings, that's not very efficient, right? We want that back press. Third thing you can pay attention on the replay is when you get those two things, can you rotate and balance, right? So check your feet. We just just mentioned about to Giselle, watch that you're not on a balance beam. Want your feet in line with those hip sockets and see what that's like for you. Some of us, that's not going to feel stable because we're so used to, especially women, we walk in a little keek, 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 like that. So, oh yeah, we're pulling the shoulder back and we're exaggerating the rotation. So here's me not grounded. And you can see how I make a little zigzag. Here's me pushing the ground away. It immediately pulls me back to center. And then when I rotate, I can walk really far. So when I'm like on a mission walking, there's a lot of rotation and shoulder that happens as we walk, or should be, right? There's a natural cross. Can you see it? So if I'm striding big and fast, and when you are, hopefully that's happening in your body. It's a mid-back workout. That's why walking sticks, the alpine walking sticks, are so good. They trigger these things that should be turning on and talking to the opposite part of you, right? So the Europeans are brilliant. And those hikers who use them, brilliant. So let's take a nice breath in. We're going to just take a nice sweeping snow angel. So palms start forward, pull back, lift your chest up nice and high, stretch out. Good. Come down into swan dive. So push your hands back. Think like a boomerang all the way back, collarbones open. Watch that shoulder doesn't roll in. Good. Now find your length, tail to head. Good. Can you find your heels? Push them to the ground. So a lot of us get pushed onto our toes here. Fight for it. Find the heels and then add the forefoot. Good. And then arms sweep back, round your spine up as you come up. Good. And we're going to do it again. Inhale, exhale, sweep back. Oh, what did I just do? I know, no, you're right. I just missed a whole fun part. We need to come up. The up is the our Valkyrie moment, because then we sweep those Valkyrie wings back. Good. Right? The Valkyries are winged, aren't they?
I think so.
Winged. That's it. Good. That's it. Find your heel. Reach it down, reach it down, reach it down. Pull it down underneath you. And then pull your tail back up, Lisa. So again, differentiating feet from hip, feet from leg, right? Good. And then round your way back up. Good. And let's do one more time. Sweep it up. Victorious Valkyrie wings. Good. And then press back. Collarbones open. Heels reaching down, right? So it's short foot. You're pulling your heel under your foot to get to the ball of your feet and vice versa. Good. That's it. Good. And then go ahead and round that spine all the way back up. Good. All right. And then we're going to take ourselves into a little curtsy. So we're going to step alternating sides. I'm just stepping over to give Mark some room to move. And we're going to take ourselves into curtsy, stepping to the right with the left behind. Take both hands and sweep them to the side. So we're just going to get where we're going first. Back to center, nice and tall. Sweep to the other side. So if I just step to center tall, okay, here's me stepping, here's me curtsying. Again, untrained eyes, non-Pilates eyes will go, oh, look at how upright she is. But you guys can see that I am not upright. I hope you can see that I'm not upright. Right? Here's me upright. Here's me staying upright. I'm using the ground and I'm pulling away from it. Can you see the difference? So here's me not using the ground, pushing the ground. Not using the ground, pushing the ground. Pushing the ground gives me more access to my shoulder girdle, rotator cuff, and the glutes that hold me up. Now here's me thinking that I'm pushing the ground. I'm pushing my hips and my knees at it instead of pushing my feet. You see the difference? Pushing my hips and my knees versus pushing my feet. Look what happens right here, right? Your core talks back. You guys know that, right? I want you to find it in your bodies. Yeah, so through each part of the motion, we're really being mindful now of not giving it to gravity. Good. That's it. Good. And last one to my left. Good. Now we're just going to stay here to the left. We're going to have a little fun. We're just going to lift up on tiptoes, pivot and push. Back heel should be raised. Lift up on tiptoes, pivot and push. So now I get to play with this moment right here. I'm on 2 tiptoes, right? Square side to the mount. Are you rolled onto the outside of your feet? Can you get up out of those toes before you drop back down? Can you see that? Up, 2 tiptoes, lift up out of them before you come down and keep your pelvis up. Yeah, good. Lisa's like, yeah, good. I love it. Strong, good. And let's do one more. And then we'll just step over to the right, do the same thing to your right. So over we go, stepping to your right. Good. Lift up out of your feet. Ooh, harder this direction for me. I gotta really push the ground away and then come down, push. Good. That's it. As I come through, I'm still on tiptoes, and then I settle down so that only the back heel is raised. Yes, that's it. Like I'm pushing. Good. Okay. So now we've made all that nice thoughtfulness have to work a little faster, right? Like I come back and I'm like, whew, good, I'm back. And I realize I just completely stopped using my front foot actively, so I don't have that same lift. So I want you to notice as you practice, where do you completely let go? Maybe you just need a rest and that's okay. But when you're trying to stay connected, where is it? Woof, right there that you let go. So going this way, for example, yes, I'm still pressing the ground, but when I came back to home, I didn't. I fell in my joints. Make sense? Yeah, okay. Good, good. Just fun to be aware of, because then you'll start catching it throughout your day, right? If you're reaching for something that doesn't feel good and you shake it off, try it again. Find your feet, reach for that thing. Even if you're down here, you're in your laundry machine, getting this stuff out of the bottom, right? It doesn't feel good. Find your feet and your spine. You should find like it's easier to move the rest of you. So, all right, strap on your left foot. Good. All right. So when you're set, we'll be facing the mount. Good. And we're just going to hinge forward, nice and easy. Open the strap down to your side. Yep. Just reach, pull that tail up. Good. So again, we're looking not for heads down to the knees, but feeling the hinge of the pelvis. Yeah. Good. So waking up that back chain a little bit more. Okay, so now you're bending over. What if you push the ground away? And check how you're doing it. Some of you just push with the tips of your toes. When both feet are on the ground, that's the middle part of your step, right? The whole foot has a moment where it's pulling the ground back. So think about it right here. Can you activate both pieces of your foot, forefoot and heel? Good, one more. Good, all right. All right, now just staying nice and tall. Take your left foot, slide it back. Keep pressing into your right. Lift up out of that right one. This is our goal here. Lift up out of your right. Good. And slowly bring it back under you. Lift up out of the right. That's it. Good. Yes, I love the practice hands. Super. Okay, so then we're gonna lift up out of the right, moving into a star motion, not a big one. So as we open to the side, just like that, letting ourselves rotate open, leg opens up to the side, the knee looks to the side, and then control it, coming back in. So this one I could use some more work on too. I'm going to show you me exaggerated. Here's me tipping to move the leg and then coming back up, right? That's an exaggerated motion. So that's what I feel like I look like. My goal is to just slide the leg back and stay upright without tipping. Really working in this socket. It should intensify the sensation in the standing glute. Yep, good. And then can we control that on the way back in? Good, that's it. Drive through that standing foot. Good. Okay, so I'm going to show you front view what I saw two of us juice do, me included. We opened up beautifully, and then we came around this way. Yes, to come back. Yes, do another one. See if you can come back upright as possible by using what we know, right? Ground reactive forces. Push your foot through the ground and lift up away from it. Okay, yeah, this one's harder, Coming home is hard. That's an analogy for life. Okay, so now we're going to open back up to the side. Good. So you have one foot still staying where it was. We're open to the side. Press that standing foot down. Now keep to the side. Slide that leg forward. Slide that leg back. Yes, slide forward. Slide back. And as we get tired, we're going to start tilting more. That means we've given up, right? We've given up that foot. Press through that foot. Lift up out of your hip. Keep that hip to the side. So I have to put a practice hand myself here. Good. Reassert. Come on, reassert. Yes, come on, reassert that foot so you feel your glutes. Good. Maybe you'll feel the quad a little, the inside quad on that standing leg. Good. One more. Good. And then bring yourself all the way back home as upright as you can be. Good. Are your feet back in parallel? Did the unstrapped foot cheat? It's going to want to come with you. Did it stay put? Okay. That's okay. Just to get around it? Okay. Sure. Too much twist? Okay. Okay. Very good. You have a good reason. that Fri says. Good reason. So let's take the strap off. Let's put it on the other side. Hi, good boy. Good morning. Right? This you talk about our power leaks. These are one of those places where you're like, oh, yeah, I see where I could be having a little more. So we're starting easy peasy first, just with that hinge. Drawing down, tails up, good, and then all the way back up. And that should feel kind of good to let the back of you be mobile after all that stabilizing with the standing leg.
Who's this boy? Who's this boy? My beautiful boy.
Good, nice, yes, that's nice, okay. So again, push your feet, see if you get a little less tension up at the socket, maybe a little support turns on for your center. Good. All right, and then last one. Good, okay. And then find your foot. So I'm on my left, my right one is the strapped one, and I'm just gonna slide it back. Yep. And then bring it back slow, right? So that's step one. So noticing how it might be different than the first side. You can have arm forward. I like practice hand on this side because I can feel all the ways I'm not moving properly. We're going to be tempted, if it's more challenging on one side or the other, that on your challenging side, to muscle it, right? Can you instead come back to finding your foot? Push the foot away from the leg, bring your pelvis out of the leg, and then you'll feel quad and glute, ham. Control it on the way back too. Good. Gaze is high, right? Let your gaze be high. Good. And then, Lisa, I want you to bring your right hip forward a little bit before you move it on the next one. Yep. So let it round forward just a little, then drive into your left foot and keep that right hip from swinging open. You're just gonna let it move. Good, I saw you thinking right there, Deshelle. Good. Good. Control it on the way home. Well, that's your knee, right? That's got the strap now, Diana. Do you feel it behind the knee as you pull? As you come home, okay. Yeah, that's that decelerating. Okay, so you have an out. If you do this with a bent knee, is it worse? Because it puts more pressure in the... Or is it better? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't know about you. Maybe. So we're gonna find that leg, find our length, right? And then open to the side, just turning that body to the side. Yep, good. And then bringing it back around, zoop, as you come forward. And you can see on this left side how messy I am. You might be better on your left side than me, but I want us all, to keep driving through that foot that's holding us up, lengthening through the one that's in the strap, and pulling yourself away, right? The pelvis is the center and it pulls up and the feet pull down. So I see that moment, right? We talked about that moment where we want to tip, right? That's us falling deeper into the socket. So come back to that moment if that's your struggle place, right? Mine is somewhere around here. Get there and then use the ground, right? So right there, Lisa, when you come to home, that's where I want you to pause, kind of almost right after you start coming home. Get yourself pressing the ground away, lift your spine up, and don't worry about the leg as much that's in the strap. Worry about how you're holding yourself up as you control it. Yeah, and it's not, it's gonna be tiring. You're working all around the front and side of this joint, right? It should be tiring. If it's not tiring, let me know. I'll find you something else to do. No, yes, you're right. The quad is working. The kneecap should be lifting up, right? It's extending the knee. Are you talking about the one you're standing on? Yeah. And do you feel it deeper in the quad or do you feel it up here in the quad? Where do you feel? All of it? Okay. All right, good. All right, so we can take the strap off that foot. What do we skip? Straight. We hinged. We straight. We open. And we came back to home. 3. I can't think of what we skipped. Oh. No, maybe you're right. We opened and we came back to home, right? Did you all do that? You were doing that. Yes?
I did.
You did?
Yes, I'm tired.
Mark says, yes, I did it. I'm tired. Okay. So let's turn around. And we're going to hinge here. So pressing your fists straight forward so your arms become parallel to the ground. Hinge at your hips. Good. The first one, you get to just push as far as you want, pulling your tail away as far as you want, having a nice stretch through the back of your legs. Good. Pull the elbows in as you come up to a stand, unhinging. Good. So make sure that tail lifts. Good. The push, tail up. Good. Yeah. Good. All right. So then start adding back in what you've already been practicing. Connecting what happens from the feet and how you lift the hips up out of the legs, even in this position, right? So even in here, can you lift your hips out of your legs? And notice the trickle up. I get this very beautiful but subtle trickle up all the way up to my neck of things feeling better in my spine. I want, yes. Good. I just want that so much for you all. Nice. Because that also allows us then to move, say, to the side, right? So we're going to side bend to the side, pull back to center. Side bend the other side, pull back to center. And if we are lifting the pelvis off the legs, right, then the pelvis itself is less likely to swing, but you should be able to move more easily through the spine. Yeah? As you go side to side. That makes sense? Yeah. So think, give me first the sense of in that position, Diana, pull your tail and your pelvis off of your legs and feel your feet have to ground away from them, right? So you pull there you go. Now keep that sensation as you side bend. Better. That's better. It's weird. The more of the swing happens. Ooh, that one's a bigger one. When you went to the left, fantastic. As you came back to center to take your load back in center, that's where I want you to really feel your feet. Push your feet, push your feet, push your feet. Yes. Now get them ready as you go the other way. Oh, this one's different. So that's that left foot has to really reach down to the ground. Good. So remember when we were talking about that curtsy and I look upright and then we just sit? So a lot of times there's a moment where we think we're coming to home, we stop holding ourselves up, right? That was great. And that left one coming back to home, that's where you're gonna work on the replay. Going to the right and coming back to the left. All right. Good. So then let's come into a lunge. Diana, don't go so deep in your knees unless it feels okay. We're gonna step forward with the right, punch with the left. Good. Now punch with the right, staying down there. Good. And then back with the left, come home. Easy peasy. Bring the arms in. Step right, punch left. Switch. Switch. Come home, bring it back in. So same thing. Come again?
Are you switching legs or staying up?
No, we're not. Yes, rotating your torso, and no, not switching legs. Not switching legs. No. Same foot, same arms. Right. Same foot, same arms. So right foot forward, left arm punch. Yes. So rotate, rotate, rotate. Home. So this rotation, again, check your forces. It's really hard to be grounded out here. You can feel that, oh gosh, I am leaning out here, right? I want you to rotate here, right over your body, right? So back foot is helping, front foot is helping. There we go. Now get lower. Get lower. There you go. That's it. Good. Good. Give me one more on this side. One more on this side. So right foot, left arm. That's it. Use your feet. Use your feet. Front one. So don't just push with the back one. Front heel has to be on the ground. Yep. That's better, Lisa. Front heel. Yes. Yes. Good, okay. Other side, right hand, left foot. Right? Rotate, rotate, home. Yeah, good. There you go. Good. Use the whole front foot. Heel plus the forefoot. Here's me in my forefoot. Here's me with the heel. Right? Here's me just in my forefoot. Here's me with the heel. Subtle, but it affects everything up above it. That was really thoughtful, Diana. I love that. That was heel, toe. Good. Yes, I see you. Yes, Lisa, good. Good. Deshelle, nice. Okay. Beautiful, my friends. I just love that I can look at you all and just see your moments. Like, there's always a moment where you're like, I can tell they're going, okay, get it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes. And then just look at how nice your glutes show up. I know. Really good. 60-year-old glutes are extra gorgeous. Are you kidding? Glutes at 60? Wow. All right. So we're going to come down to the mat. So we're going to take ourselves and roll down. Good. And then hold that roll down. Give yourself a little bicep curl here. And I only want you to come to the point of tension in the arms. So you're not going to come through it, then flip your fists up, right? Know where the tension stops. That's where your arms stop. Then while you're there, you're going to find your heels and the balls of your feet. Hind-foot and forefoot both. And if you were feeling anything weird in your low back, hopefully that should have alleviated it a little bit. And if you're still feeling it, let me know. I don't want that to happen to you. Good. One more. Good. And let those arms press all the way down to the floor. Good. Step your feet back. Nice. And then we're going to lower into a push-up. So elbows towards your waist. Press up. Good. Now, of course, you can be on knees if you'd like. We're going to do just one more. Good. Now, everybody, if you're not on knees, put knees down. Take a quick stretch back because we're going to add in our arms. More. We're going to add more arms. So we come on into our push-up. We're going to push up. Press up. Use your left foot and your right foot into the ground. Bring that right arm up. Rotate to the side. Push overhead. Bring it back in. Keep it at your side as you rotate to the ground. We're doing the same thing with our torsos as we did with our legs. Good. Then push up. Other arm comes up. Rotate to the side. Push overhead. Bring it back in. Keep it at your armpit. Put it back down. Push up. So I'm going to watch what you're doing. Yeah? So keep them alternating like that. That's it. Good control. That was nice. Good. And that's your last set, right? Is that 3?
Yeah.
3? Yeah, 3. Okay. If that was 3 each side, come up for a little rest.
Whew.
Yeah. There you go. That's it. Okay. So that was mostly just working through it, right? Here's the motion, push up, remembering all the parts. Now, we're going to think about it a little more. I'm sure maybe you were thinking about it more. But if I know me, I'm just like, get the motion down, and then I'll think about it later. So, we'll put those hands on the mat again. Now here, push yourself forward with your feet. And feel, is it just the toes or could your heels still keep pulling away from your head? Feel the difference between just toes and heels pulling away. I oddly get way less strain at my shoulder as my load goes onto them if I keep the heels pulling down toward the balls of the feet or pulling the heels away from the tail end. Anyone else notice that? Okay, so that's one. And then as we lower into our push-ups, what if we pull the ground toward us with our hands as well? Right now have these other feet, right? Our hands on the ground. And we're gonna pull them toward us as we lower and then push through the ground away from our arms as we come up. And I want you to try just 2, maybe 3 that way. Just feeling the difference in how you lower. So we're not falling to the ground, we're actually pulling. Yes, pull with your hands, pull them towards your waist.
I feel like a salamander.
Yes, yes, yes. Lovely. Good. Good. Everyone doing okay? Deshelle, how are your wrists? I can't see you. They're okay? Okay. That's it. Yep, good. Pull, pull, pull. Don't just fall. So then we have to come to our side, right? So I'm pulling. I'm not here. I'm not pushing the ground away. I'm pulling. Keep pulling with the supporting side. Come to the side. Now I'm on the sides of both feet. I'm pushing the blade edge of my feet away from me as I reach overhead. That whole sole of the foot is pushing away from your reaching hand. Feeling your body, how that might be different than when you're just trying to get your butt up. It actually makes my whole backside of my leg work harder. Yes, okay, and then try the same thing going the other direction. I'm not gonna make you do a bunch on each side. I just want you to feel it in your body. Just one more on the other side, other direction, yeah? So get all the way on the side of your foot, Lisa. See how your tippy toes down on that top leg? Make 2 blade edges of your feet. So they're staggered, right? You started with your feet side by side, come all the way to the side, and then push each of them away. All the way down, front heel, all the way down. There you go. And push them away now. That, push the ground away, both feet. Good. Good. All right. So let's have a seat. We'll face the mount. What is that hanging from the tree? Is that just a piece of bark from the tree? It's a really big piece. We have these giant trees across us on the trail. I don't know. I can't even tell you how tall they are. They're super tall. And there's this big piece of, like, it looks like a giant piece of fabric, but it's got to be, I don't know, 10 stories up in the air on this tree. Like, how did it get up there? That tree over there. And up on the just dangling down. Sorry. It was did we have a big wind last night? Up in the tree to the right, tall one across the trail, dangling down. It's probably about 3 or 4 feet long.
The craggly thing?
It's dangling. It's blowing in the wind up there. Mark is now trying to fight it. So we're gonna hold it down here on the next one, and then we're pushing the soles of our feet away from us as we roll down. I don't know how you can miss it. And then reach those arms long and pull into your chest. What's that? No, it's definitely moving.
These big tall trees?
Yeah, the ones on the other side of the trail.
Yeah.
And there's the little clump, and then to the right there's a space, and there's an evergreen, and then to the right of them is one more big tall tree. And you go halfway up to where the branches begin. And on the first branch on the left-hand side of the tree, he's still trying to look. All right, hold them in. Good. Now you're going to lift your spine up and away as you come into bow. Keep pushing your legs away from you. Keep pushing your legs away. Keep pushing your legs away. Good. Then reach forward. Pull your ab. No, higher, baby. Higher. That's why it's making me wonder what it is, because it's so high up.
Maybe you're seeing UFOs.
I'm going to kick you. And then round yourself back. We're going to do that again. So coming down, we're pretty good about pulling those feet away, right? Coming up, I want you to still try to push your feet away from you. Good. Yes. Nice. Good. And one more time. One more time. Just all the way down. Good. And then on the way up, reach the soles of your feet away. Reach them, reach them, reach them, reach them, reach them, reach them. Keep lifting up. Good. That's it. Good. And then reach forward. Nice. Okay. We're going to turn ourselves to our side. Good. Just a very, all the way 90 degrees. I'm going to try, actually, I'm going to start with my back to you. We're just going to do a very little bit of foot and strap. So my outside foot has the strap. And my inside hand is holding, right, helping hold me up. So my foot farthest from the strap is just going to push on the ground and slide out to the side. Can you see that? Yeah. This leg over here that's farthest from the mount is sliding out and coming back in. I'm sorry, what's the what? Let's do a pointed toe, because in this position that will help us get more of the back chain on. If we point, and then I just want you to watch, keep your second toe in line with the ankle. So don't let the foot curl out, right, to make it go. I want you to keep it straight. Good. One more. Good. Now, what if your other leg actively reaches through the soles of your feet? Give me that leg. Not the one in the strap. That's your distraction leg. The foot that's free, reach heel and ball of foot together in your point. Like they're trying to, they had a little nozzle on the bottom of your foot full of paint. They're trying to paint the floor. Good. One more. Stay with that supporting side, the one that's holding you up. Good. Yes, good. Some of you might feel oddly more turn on the inside of the other leg. And then we're going to just flip around, switch feet. On the foot, the free foot, Let me think about that. Why would that be in Diana's body? And I can't really see you here. It's okay. You. That's it. Reaching, good. Nice and tall. So if we're trying to lift up out of our sits bones, right? Lift the spine out of the pelvis. And then add the attention into the foot that's free. That sole of the foot, like it's cupping a little round light and shining it away from you. Good. Last two. Reach it. Keep pressing down. Keep pressing away. Good. Good. Nice. And then we'll take that off of there. Good. Let your straps go. Good. Just let your knees fold into a mermaid. And then we're going to side bend over. Reach nice and long. Rotate toward the ground. Check this hip. Can you put it down? Good. And then rotate back to the side. Push down through your hand. That's your other foot. Right, push it down as you open to the sky. Good, and then back to the side. Good, all right, come all the way up. Flip your hips. I'm gonna spin just so I can still see you. Good, that's it. Rotate, good. And then rotate to the ground. So you can get that hip down. Sometimes it takes opening back up to put that hip back down. Good. And then press through your hand, opening to the sky. That's it. Good. There you go. And then all the way up. Nice. We're going to get on all fours and we're going to give ourselves a little thread the needle. So just dropping down, letting yourself lay on your shoulder. And so if I'm laying on my left shoulder, after my initial release, I'm going to take my right hip and push it a little bit to the left. And that's going to come to a different place in the back. And then we'll press up. Same thing, other side. Ooh. And if you're laying on your right shoulder after your first release, just bring your hips back to your right. And then come back up. Good. Yep. And you can keep on doing that if that feels good to you. I'm going to round myself up to a stand. But you do what feels good, what feels necessary. I'm going to take a nice big open and a hug. Scooping the belly back. Pressing the ground away. Here's me not. Here's me doing it. Falling into my joints. Lifting out of my joints. Good. And then open up. Nice and big. That's it. Big hearts. Stretch open. That's it. There you go. Good, good. Pull those guys in. I hope you feel available. Yes.